following me around.
He's following me.
Hey folks, Machinery Pete here, National Farm Machinery Show, Louisville, Kentucky, and we have an interesting story to tell here. I-beam sliding doors out of Illinois, and this is John Fair. John, good to see you.
Yeah, good
John,
to see
you
you
are
too.
the owner of I-beam sliding doors?
Yeah,
Okay, and now what town in Illinois again, John?
I'm in Chenoa, Illinois.
Chenoa, Illinois. Okay. Well, can you give us a story? I'm very intrigued. Again, some of the videos on your social media and on your website. And website, by the way, is what again? It's ibeamdoor.com?
Yep, ibeamdoor.com.
Okay. So give us the story here, John.
Well, I started in 2013, being my background is in buildings,
Okay.
and had a tough time getting sliding door systems to work. And using this kind of a track and trolley setup.
Yep. Industry standard.
Industry standard, Cannonball, Plyco style track and trolley.
Yep.
The problem is these doors kept getting bigger with the machinery, obviously.
Right.
We got to make bigger holes in buildings
Yes.
to hold this bigger equipment. Well, I gave up in 2012.
What do you mean you gave up?
Sliding doors altogether.
Okay. Okay.
I could not
That was
get
enough.
this. Couldn't get it to work. 300-pound capacity. So in 2013, I got to work, and I found this product here, which comes from the gate industry, but I modified it using. We got 3 different extrusion profiles for on buildings. Our Ultra Glide track system. The backbone.
Ultralight.
What's that?
You said ultralight?
Ultra Glide.
Ultra glide.
Yeah, track
Okay,
system.
Gotcha.
So this is the backbone of the entire structure.
Okay.
Cannot overbuild or build a door that's big enough for their equipment with it hanging on a 600-pound rated trolley. It has to have some life. It has to have a structure there to contain the power
Okay.
of what you need for the door.
Okay.
Because 2 things. Doors are getting bigger, storms are getting stronger.
Yeah. Right.
So let's build a structure that is 2 things. Easy to move, which this trolley is unbelievable easy to move. You see our videos online. I got a 3,000-pound stacking block, concrete block. Takes 6 pounds on one trolley to pull
Wow.
down. So it's substantially different. It's like floating on air.
Okay.
And so you can open and close the door from the outside. They auto lock on that jam latch. So they auto lock, and that's what also holds the door open. The same latch.
And now, when did you come out with this, John? This
I
solution?
developed this in 2013.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 years now.
Yeah, 10
Okay,
years. Been,
okay.
That's where I started 10 years
Yeah.
ago with this, and we've obviously made some changes and some improvements.
Sure. And now,
and-
John, you built up your network of contractors and dealers. It's over 400 nationwide, isn't it?
Across the country, yeah, a lot of builders, a lot of installers, door companies, that ag product companies distribute this product. We've grown past leaps and bounds every year. It's been an amazing ride, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very cool. And again, the wind factor, of course, we had the Dre show back a couple years ago in Iowa. We have more of these intense, severe windstorms. You guys, your I-beam sliding doors, you're rated up to,
Well, our slide door is rated 160.
wow,
Full replacement warranty 115.
115?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a warranty.
yep.
And honestly, we've only had one warranty claim in
Wow,
the 10 years
10
of
years.
existence.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
People thought I was crazy for starting this business. You sure you want to start sliding doors?
Well, what
you know
made-
how flimsy those things are? I said, wait a minute. I'm going to do things a lot different.
Now, folks,
So-
we should back up here because John Fair is, you might recognize that name, Fair, F-E-H-R, Fair Cab Interiors. That's your dad.
Yes.
Started that business in
Yep.
1988.
Yep.
Saw a niche.
Yep.
The 30 series tractors back then, whatever, and look what that's become.
Yeah, I mean, he taught me well, you got to find a niche, and you got to, find basically a hole in the market.
Yep.
And where the demand's at. I mean, it may not be profitable, and it's definitely not going to be easy
Yeah.
to create this. I mean, it's a mountain.
Yeah.
And every day is a challenge, obviously. But he started a pretty good sized company, basically in a room in the basement,
Right.
smaller than this booth.
You had a pretty good model there, and you were obviously paying attention.
Yeah, right. And he started with very humble beginning, and he grew that to a very, very good sized company. So.
And your background, John, on the building side, I mean, you go back to like year 2000. You'd been in the industry.
2000, I started with Morton Buildings.
Okay.
And then I started on my own using a building manufacturer and my own employees and doing my own thing in 2004.
Yep.
And I did that. Well, actually, just last year was pretty much my last
Sure.
year in the building. This door thing's been pretty good. So
Now, I-beam sliding doors. I mean, your customer base, obviously, you're big in rural, but that's not all you do. As we pan up here, folks, airplanes. I understand you had a pretty significant. I don't know if I'd say account or building. Had to do with the Wright brothers, their museum or something?
yeah, we got one scheduled for the Wright Brothers Museum. Yeah.
Okay.
So
your
we're-
doors, they just have, I guess better is better. And people are starting to notice, and they're leaning into I-beam sliding door.
Right. Well, and I'll show you over here
Sure.
our incredible swing door.
Yep.
In 2018, traveling Nebraska, trying to sell the sliding door product.
Yep.
Builders with the same mindset I had in 2012. Laid my trolley and track and door frame on their desk, and nope, we're all overheads or bifolds.
Yep.
So what I created was, I had kind of had an aha moment. Driving through Nebraska, I said, I got a door frame that's pretty darn good
Yep.
with our sliding doors.
Yep.
If I modify this thing and make this thing more robust where it needs to be,
Yep.
and control it and make it so it holds up to the wind, open and close,
Yep.
and make an operating system that's automatic, safe, easy to use, easy to install. It's very easy to configure.
Okay.
Everything's plug and play install. Everything's replaceable. This has got a 5-year warranty. And what we do is, instead of using hydraulic rams, we use a ball screw jack. And this is what basically the mechanical operating system. There's 2 motors that turn these screws,
Okay.
and that's what pushes the door open and close.
Okay.
And the beauty of this versus hydraulic is, we don't need to overbuild a frame to contain the power of an uncontrolled cylinder.
Okay.
This is a controlled cylinder, so this knows what the other side's doing, and this knows through a dual axis controller how far to go, how fast to go, and how many amps it takes to get there.
Yep.
So if there's a registered amp spike, it knows, something's wrong, something's in the way, or there's a bind somewhere, something's out of whack.
Yep.
So that gives us a safer operation, much lighter operation, much easier to install. The retrofit application is perfect. We put these in old 100-year-old buildings,
Oh, okay.
new buildings obviously,
Sure.
but the retrofit, of course, taking off the old sliding doors,
Yep.
they definitely have a drawback, but they don't seal the best. You got door guys,
Yep.
there's definitely some drawbacks with the sliding door.
Yep.
The advantage of this is you don't have any door guides through the opening. Seals so much better, and it's fully automated. You don't have to latch it. You have to push it open. It comes with remote controls, battery backup, so in case you're out of power, you
Sure,
can close
sure.
it. So a lot of advantages here.
Okay.
Reasons why we use jacks versus hydraulics, and reason why we use aluminum versus steel.
Yep.
So
So the difference in weight, I mean, it's got to be.
it's substantial.
Yeah.
It's significant. And the problem you have with hydraulics is not only the uncontrolled, where you got to sit there and hold the button, wait on it to move. You got the dynamic ram of an uncontrolled cylinder,
Yep.
lurching that big heavy frame as it's closed. If you slip or whatever, that it is yanking on that building,
Wow,
and
yeah.
you're bolting this thing to wood, basically, or light duty steel.
Right.
And they do build a substructure for that, but in my mind, I look at that as a waste. If you just make a door that's, I mean, it's super graceful, yeah, this is a tiny little display. I mean, the building is super weak. You know, we don't put any dynamic load at all into our structure. So that's
Are you getting our customers and your contractors getting that similar light bulb moment that you described now that you've offered the solution?
I do, and I get a lot of customers that have recently purchased our competitor's product, wishing I would have been around,
Yeah.
or wishing they would have
sure.
seen me or
Sure.
seen this first. But yes, absolutely, you get a lot of that.
And here, day one of the National Machinery Show in Louisville, it's not just interested potential future clients, you also have existing happy clients, I imagine, stopping by and saying that, commenting on how they enjoy the door.
Well, there's two reasons we're here: to sell more doors and to not only listen to the happy customers. Occasionally, you get the grumpy one. We all enjoy those.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
have to be here for the complaints.
Yeah.
And
That's how you make your product better.
exactly, and it's the service. We stress. We got almost 1,000 of these out there. There's a lot going on.
Yep.
They're all working today. You know, and so our customer service does that. You know, make sure, because we know you can't get equipment out, you're pretty well stuck.
Yeah.
And there's nothing more frustrating than having things in your way to get your work done.
Well, I know when we started chatting, John, and service was right at the top of the list. You can tell, and again, maybe that's from your dad and that history of serving the customer, but that's where it's at these days. Like you say, you just have to take care of folks, don't you?
That's right. Yep.
And so over this 10-year journey, John, I mean, what excites you these days as you hop out of bed and start each day anew?
Just the journey. I mean, just I love being here. I love my customers. You know, interacting with people. You know, the challenge. I mean,
Yeah.
I think back of humble beginnings. You know, where I started this, and you know, and then the other major. This is somewhat ahead of its time. This is kind of revolutionary in what we're doing. I mean, there is a lot going on in that control box to make this do what it's doing, to make it simple, to make it safe,
Simple and safe.
and strong and reliable.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
and those challenges. You know, I get more joy out of the doubter or the grumpy guy or the tough guy
Yeah.
than I do the happy customer. Because
Yeah. What on the contractor side, as you take your new solutions out there, your capabilities, what kind of reaction are you getting from those folks? Whether it's, you know, putting up ag buildings or you know, other types.
I mean, for the most part, people get it, they understand it.
Yep.
It's really been amazing. It's been an amazing journey.
Haven't you even had a couple like high-end home builds utilizing your?
That's where I'm not necessarily high end, but I'm looking to get into more of the hobby shop, residential,
Sure.
especially in the south, where the hot climate
Sure.
is basically free square footage.
Yeah.
You've got the shade when it's open, right where you want it in front of your door. You don't
Right.
want that beating sun,
Right.
especially in the south where you got that every day, and then in the summertime it's double what it is up north.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
my vision with this is we have a really robust, very ergonomic, easy to ship. Logistically, my competition can't touch us. And
And installation is.
installation is super quick. I mean, 14 moving parts versus your standard garage door is hundreds.
Right.
Hundreds.
Right.
Everything's easily replaceable. Everything's easily exposed and serviceable. That my vision is to not beat my competition. My vision is to grow this concept. I didn't create the awning style door. I mean, I copied other, people's, just like the sliding door. I didn't create the sliding door, but obviously I made my own version of it.
Yep.
I didn't copy their design. I didn't copy I just basically the concept. But take that concept and I vision it to more of a larger, broader market where more people, and it's growing and it's getting there. More and more people are getting into using this style door for a residential commercial application where they want to leave the door open and let the air flow all day and the shade. It's a great place to entertain under an awning. So the aspect of it's multifunctional and it still serves a great purpose is really an outstanding product.
And the warranty again, aspect again, John?
The motors and jacks is a 5-year warranty on the controlled motors and jacks, and the door frame itself is a 10-year, and it's rated at 160 mile an hour closed and 80 mile an hour open.
Wow. Did you have some that were in place during that derecho a couple years ago?
Actually, I did.
Did they survive?
I know of 6 sets of sliding doors that survived.
Wow.
I had two sets that fell over with the building.
The building came down.
And they replaced parts. So that's a good peace of mind for me.
Yeah,
knowing
absolutely.
my product,
passed Mother Nature's test.
Yeah.
As intensive test as we have ever seen.
Right. And the most vulnerable part of a building is a door. And it's almost, if not the most important part of a building.
Yeah.
What good is a structure in your yard if you can't get equipment in and out of it? If you can't use this wonderful building because it's stuck, or the trolleys don't work, or the door drags. How many sliding doors do you see out there stuck open all year?
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. They're not too lazy to pull it shut. It's just because they can't.
Right.
And it's just failed product, and and I've tried to get around a lot of that stereotype, I want to say, of the sliding door.
Sure.
And that's really been almost my biggest competitor. Is people are so used to seeing the stereotypical sliding door, your industry standard style track and trolley setups, versus this what we use. I mean, you just feel and see the difference.
Better is better.
That's right. Yeah. So.
Well, John, I love the mindset you brought to this and the passion. It comes through when you talk. And again, your 10-year journey building I-beam sliding doors. Congratulations on your growth. You're employing people right there in Chenoa, Illinois. That's fantastic. And I have to think Pop's got to be pretty proud of what you've built here.
It's tough to read what he thinks. But,
Well, that's just a Midwestern dad, John. You get that. But that's a very exciting.
He just bought one of these swing doors. So
we're
doing all right.
There you go. Awesome. Hey, John, thank you for telling us about the story. And if folks, for more information, the website is ibeamdoor.com.
Yep.
Okay. And if people are interested in purchasing, learning more, go there, and you can set them up with your sellers then?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. And your geography, is it all U.S.? I mean, what do you...
We do all North America.
No, all North America?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
So we get to Canada, Mexico, Belize.
Belize?
Yeah.
Now, I need to find me a nice auction in Belize. I'll go film it, and then we'll go check out I-beam sliding door in Belize. How about that? All right. Thanks, John.
Yeah, thank you.
Your next piece of equipment is on MachineryPete.com. Search equipment from dealerships across the country to find what you're looking for. Only on MachineryPete.com.